Now, back to The Drive with Steve Jackson and co-host Harry Duke, exclusively on Sonoma County's News Talk, KSRO, KSRO.com, and the KSRO app.
Where in the hell is Harry? Well, we're going to find out. Harry Duke, on a vacation, he's driving from California to Oklahoma for a wedding. And for some reason, he's saying it's going to be 3 weeks. And I don't understand why it has to be 3 weeks. And the other thing is, as I just said, I think he's going to get bored at some point and come back sooner. But we'll see. Hi, Harry.
Don't bank on it, Stephen. Hello, Steve. Hello, Joe. Greetings.
Where the hell is Harry? Well, I actually know, but go ahead and tell everyone.
I am joining you live from the Reagan Presidential Library in beautiful Simi Valley, California.
Yeah, you left yesterday, drove down to Simi Valley to visit a friend, and I believe you're going into L.A. to visit another friend, and then you're driving to Arizona and then eventually making it to Oklahoma.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm taking my time, and I'm not rushing to Oklahoma for the very reason you said. Once one gets there, one gets bored very quickly. So I'm taking my time to take routes that I've never traveled before and visit places that I've never seen before and friends and family that I haven't seen in a while. And so I'm not like you, Steve. I'm not a homebody. I have been chomping at the bit to go somewhere and do something for the last 3 years. And this wedding kind of gave me the excuse to do just that. And as Joe said earlier, yeah, I did not want to get on a plane. The
Right.
thought of flying and dealing with airlines and airports and all that just did not appeal to me.
No.
I've driven across the country several times, so it's just another trip for me.
Yeah, and as I've said numerous times, and you and I discussed last week, as bad as I want to go to D.C. and New York for our yearly trip, which we haven't been able to do since the pandemic, I was definitely going in October. But now I there's no way. I can't do the flying out there and back and everything. And so we'll have to wait.
And I like to drive. So it's not like this is an onerous task for me.
Right.
And I've already been forced to travel roads that I hadn't planned to take. I was coming down 101 South, and the fine folks at Google Maps said, get off the freeway. There's an accident ahead. So I traveled through Lake Casitas, I want to say it is, truly out here in the middle of nowhere, somewhere near Ojai. And then I've never been to this museum library before, so I thought I'm in Simi Valley. I might as well do this. It's been interesting and aggravating to be reminded of a lot of the things that happened.
I want to ask about this because I love presidential libraries. I even loved the Nixon Library when I was there. It fascinates the hell out of me. And you've sent a couple photos to me, and I hope you're going to post these on our Facebook page. Here's one sign that says, this is a replica of the White House South Lawn. Special thanks to Merv Griffin, who was very close to both Nancy and Ronald Reagan. But my favorite sign is warning, natural habitat for rattlesnakes. Does that have anything to do with the Republicans?
I knew you were going to go there. But it's right next to the replica of the lawn donated by Merv Griffin.
Really?
It's a patch of grass. That is all it is some grass. But Merv felt the need to put a sign on it saying this replica of the lawn, which is just grass, donated by Merv Griffin. And it was such a letdown after having walked through Air Force One. They have one of the old Air Force Ones in a wonderful pavilion with beautiful vistas of the valley, and you get to actually walk through it, and you've seen taking off to places, but then you walk through the plane, and it's just like, okay, it's business class today.
Yeah,
and then coach for the reporters.
I really want to see that. I'm a big Air Force One fan and the history, and I've seen an incredible documentary about it, which I want to watch again. And Chris Mahern, our first guest today, and I were talking about it. He's a huge Air Force One fan as well. And
it's a beautiful plane.
Oh, yeah, it's so cool. And, you posted on our Facebook page today, where in the hell is Harry? And you were standing with Air Force One behind you. And, of course, I knew where you were, but, I was thinking maybe we should have Harry post pictures on Facebook, and if they can guess where the hell Harry is, they win a prize.
The pictures aren't going to be that easy to figure out from this point on, because I'm going to be stopping in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's even better.
We're going to have a much tougher time figuring out where the hell I am.
No, but they'll make it up, and it'll be funny.
Yes. Most people commented on that post, it's a library with no books.
Really? Okay, so what have you seen at the Reagan Library? And it looks spectacular from the photos.
Well, the main exhibit is called Secrets of World War II, and you may not know this, and I hate to reveal the secret here, but apparently we won that war. I did not know that.
Joe Googled that just to make sure he's got the right.
I mean, it has everything. I think it ignores some things, Jane Wyman in particular, but it's fully dedicated to the legacy of Ronald and Nancy Reagan. You see their clothes, all of her outfits that you heard so much about, the china that you heard so much about,
right.
Suits that he wore at particular places, the suit he was wearing when he was assassinated, including the bullet hole. The suit he was wearing in front of the Berlin Wall.
Wait a minute.
He asked Mr. Yep, go back, okay.
He wasn't assassinated.
Well, the attempted
he was shot, yeah, okay.
Yes, the attempted assassination. They knew what I meant. Don't try to show me up on my own segment.
All right, keep going.
They have the Ronald Reagan defeated communism single-handedly exhibits. They've got a section dedicated to his Hollywood career. It's been an interesting walkthrough, but as I said, it's interesting and frustrating because having lived through the 80s, and his was the first presidential election I voted in 1984 when he ran for re-election. That was the first time I cast a ballot in a presidential election.
Oh, you are
and
young.
Needless to say, I did not cast it for him, so I'm looking for that exhibit. Where's the who Harry voted for in 1984 exhibit? And I'm not finding it. But it's well worth a trip. It's well worth a visit if you're into history, if you're into, as you said, presidential libraries or just American history. It's well done. And as I said, the best part is this: I'm sitting outside right now, overlooking these beautiful vistas of mountains and valleys. They're just incredible. And I could sit out here for hours. And if I don't have to go back in and go through some of those exhibits, I might just do that.
All right. Well, that's where the hell Harry is. He's at the Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, and we'll be checking in with him tomorrow, and we'll figure out where the hell he is tomorrow. All right.
I can't get a beer here. I thought I could, but I can't.
Oh, at the library?
Yes, they had Reagan's Pub, the place he visited in Ireland. They dismantled it and brought it here, but it's closed.
Jeez. All right, Harry, drive safely, be cool, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on Where the Hell is Harry? It's Harry Duke on KSRO.
This is Sonoma County's News Talk, K245DJ Petaluma, K278CD.